incredible fan base.
A lot of people are cheering out there.
We're going to put a seatbelt on you to keep you in the booth.
Breaks a tackle at the 10, angles in, touchdown, and he has dominated this opener tonight.
Here we go. It is 72 hours for NC State athletics. Win over Georgia Tech on Saturday, and the Will Wade lid lifter with nearly historic scoring performance is close enough for memorable history. As far as I'm concerned, it's the Jordan Snell game of 2025.
Oh, no doubt about it. The fact that he got to hit the shot that gave him the 19 threes. But I'm glad you got to see in this short amount of time, you got the full-fledged, full-throat celebration of football from NC State and basketball from NC State in a short amount of time. And so that's exactly what this place can be.
Snap 36, Bailey, deep drop. He shuffles away from pressure, airs it out wide open. Teddy Hoffman, near sideline 30, sprints 20. Hoffman is gone. Teddy Hoffman was wide open near side of the field. 55-yarder to Hoffman, and this place is bananas. Snap at the Georgia Tech 31. Bailey, handoff. Scott sees Park, sprints 20. Duke Scott 10, touchdown. Deal sealer, Duke Scott. 31 yards down the near sideline. Intercepted, ball game. Fans rush the field, zeros on the clock. NC State's a winner and knocks off undefeated top 10 Georgia Tech. Lenovo Center just erupted for first-year head coach Will Wade, who's walked out onto this hard-court surface as NC State's about to tip off against NC Central. Right half-court set, here's Williams, they double-team him. He splits it with a pound left wing, fires down low. First basket of the year is a slam for Lubin. It's 2-0 Pack. What a start. NC State's hammering NC Central in the opener. Sit back right for Abel, one dribble, dish left, McNeil catch, triple three. Buries it left of the circle. Yeah. Sharp shooter Paul McNeil pouring it on. 114-66. Will Wade's 1-0 here for the Pack. And NC State is off and running here in the Will Wade era. 114-66, the final.
This is awesome. Like the whole 72 hours, you get Sunday off, you come in on Monday, you re-rack it. You go sell out to sell out. The top 10 sized building in college basketball and popping for an opener, and Carter Finley. I've gushed about Carter Finley since the day I called since I was on a pregame in Carter Finley. I was like, we're doing this for a pregame. Got it. Okay, so we're doing this for hours and hours and hours. That's great.
Yeah, and what it was full support from the Pack. Saturday night, I don't think it's a stretch to say a little unexpected. Monday's outcome expected, but I think considering the circumstances of the football game, not only who you're playing, but who you don't have.
Right.
You knew you weren't going to have Hollywood. You knew you weren't going to have Joe Lee. Your two guards are still out. But that's the beauty of sport, man. Mm-hmm. You get guys like Duke Scott coming in and playing the role, the Hollywood role. All he does is become the ACC back of the week and in the rookie of the week after 196 yards. And then you get the combo tight ends filling in for Justin Jolie and Cody Hardy and Dante Daniels that had career days. I mean, combining for the catches that they had, the touchdowns that they had. Hardy got one that he caught, and he had one that he covered up in the end zone on the Will Wilson fumble. I still didn't see the fumble, but I thought he had cracked the plane.
I thought it was Will Wilson's touchdown.
Yeah.
Naked eye, ball was out over the goal line.
Yeah.
The fumble happened, air quotes for those listening, the fumble happened like a yard into the end zone.
Yeah.
So inherent in that, he had possession at the goal line.
When you bust the plane with possession of the football, I thought that was a touchdown.
That's what I thought. But
so, anyway.
It worked out in the end.
Yeah.
Duke's got over 200 yards in the ballgame. Mm-hmm. I think it's interesting. I get hung up on this. Maybe I need to just get over it because I've been doing this long enough to get over it. But to me, that's an offensive line game, right? And I'm not trying to discredit Duke Scott or C.J. Bailey. They were incredible. So I think that's C.J. Bailey's best game. But he's not doing that without a clean pocket. And the offensive line was great. I'll be curious to talk to Coach Doran next week about how they graded out when they went back and watched the film, and Coach Touche checks the boxes on who played well and where and when. But the pocket was awesome. And there were even off-schedule plays. I thought on the off-schedule plays, CJ Bailey had a lot of time. You know, like he rolled out and had the wherewithal to roll out to give himself. It wasn't like he was still under duress getting pursued.
Correct. I thought his pocket presence was elite. And, you know, you can, as a quarterback, you can avoid some pressure. And he did that twice on two of the biggest plays of the night. He felt the pressure, rolled to his right, and hit Terrell Anderson for 51 yards. Oh, by the way, that was 3rd and 20.
Right.
But go back and look at that play too, and I want you to watch the technique when he's rolling to his right before he throws, how he kind of gets his footwork correct. You can throw that wonky off your back foot or whatever, and it's not going to have the result. But that, to me, was so technically sound. And then the other one, where he felt the pressure, slid a little bit to his left and kind of going back a little bit, that's the one that he hit Teddy Hoffman on the 55-yard touchdown. So from a standpoint of numbers, it was not his career day, pretty darn close. But as far as performance, I would say that is CJ Bailey's best performance as a quarterback at NC State.
Pulse of the Pack is sponsored in part by Coca-Cola. Fan work is thirsty work, so enjoy a Coca-Cola.
I stand alone with fire inside, with passion burning in my veins.
Over the last few years, we've redefined what working remotely means, and so is the Ford F-150. Bring your desk wherever you go with an available flat interior work surface. Drop down the available tailgate work surface to get it all done. And plug in what you need outside the cab with available Pro Power on board. How's that for upping your productivity? Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Now get 0% financing for 60 months, plus no payments for 90 days on select 2025 F-150 trucks.
Your animals depend on you every day. So we build equipment you can depend on every day. Equipment that powers through mud, dust, and extreme weather. So cutting hay, feeding livestock, and managing land is easier. Loaded with intuitive, innovative features and tech, Case IH equipment isn't just built to work. It's built to work for livestock producers. Case IH, built by farmers.
Mr. Wolf, you're all set. Complete perimeter protection installed and monitored 24/7.
No matter who you root for, we can all identify with the best in smart home security. CPI Security is the official security and smart home company of NC State Athletics. CPI Security. Identify yourself.
From protecting your teeth and gums, to restoring your smile, to sponsoring your local team, Tar Heel Periodontics is the premier periodontal practice of the Triangle community. Our team of highly skilled doctors provide dental care as individual as you are, working with you to build a personalized treatment plan to create the beautiful, healthy smile of your dreams. With offices conveniently located across the Triangle and Central North Carolina, you're never far from the Tar Heel Periodontics family. Visit our website or call now.
I stand alone with fire inside, with passion burning in my veins.
This segment of Pulse of the Pack is presented by Coca-Cola.
So you look at the win over Georgia Tech, 8th ranked Georgia Tech. It's the highest ranked win for NC State since 2012, since they beat Florida State, which was number 3 in the country. People go, wait a minute, Clemson 2021, stormed the field. Clemson was ranked 9th that year. And there's a little different in those two games too. The 2021 Clemson and the 2025 Georgia Tech. The Clemson game, that was early in the year. That made NC State 4-1. They were already playing good football. They were building momentum to a 9-win season that year. The Georgia Tech game came in the midst of losing 4 out of 5. There's a different vibe going into both of those games. But I thought the way NC State approached the game with Georgia Tech, feeling like with Georgia Tech's run defense that they could run the ball, didn't matter who it was going to be. They knew it was going to be number 4. And we've watched Duke Scott be the physical runner. I was surprised in game situations to see his speed on display.
That's how you win games like that.
I give a lot of credit to the NC State fans for bringing it full throat.
Buckets, Lenovo Center, 1-0, 114-66. Heck of a ball game. Will Wade era pops off exactly how everybody would have envisioned it. It's statistically almost perfect.
Yeah. And he's a big numbers guy. You and I have talked about a lot.
Big analytics, big the math behind the sport of basketball is very important to Will Wade.
Yes, he told us, he said, I write my numerical goals on the top of each game sheet that I have. These are the numbers that I want us to hit. Now, I don't know if he had 19 threes on that that game card or not.
School record. High school record.
Exactly. But the whole night, from the warm-ups, from the time the players ran on the court with the retro jerseys, Will Wade takes the court. He's all pumped up like it's a Final Four. You just had an atmosphere. You had DJ Burns in the house, and you had Chucky Brown making his radio debut with you. There was just so much NC State past that came together on that Monday night at Lenovo.
Super fun. It was, and the sound meter from Reynolds.
Yes.
Was wheeled in, which now I expect to follow Will Wade everywhere he goes. I feel like he needs a sound meter behind him.
There you go.
His wife and daughter will appreciate that at the dinner table somewhere.
Send it home. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Welcome here to the Pit Authentic Barbecue in downtown Raleigh, and a round of applause to the head coach himself, Will Wade. We got a great crowd here at the restaurant. His coach is coming in hot here from practice. He's had a busy week. He's 1-0 with a 114-66 win over NC Central. Coach, it's good to see you, buddy.
No minute like the last minute,
Hey, perfect timing. It is all about timing, perfect timing. Coach, congratulations on 1-0 and a 114-66 victory over the Eagles.
Thank you. It was a good night. I thought our team played well. We played a little bit better. I was worried coming in about our assist to turnover ratio. I think I've been pretty concerned about. We were right at 1-1 through those first two scrimmages, and we were 3-1 on Monday night against Central. So I thought that was some real progress. But we certainly played better. And I was proud of that, and thought we fed off the energy of the crowd. We fed off the energy in the arena, which was really fun. So it was a great night, and now we've got to get to the rest of the schedule. Now that game's over, we've got a lot harder games on the horizon here.
We just pulled you off the practice court, and I mean that like literally, like you were.
Yeah, we were at practice, and then there's we got the soccer quarterfinal on campus, right. So there was traffic everywhere. It took us 20 minutes to get off campus.
Well, you nailed it. I mean, you walked in. The billboard just ended. I was just saying hi to everybody. You walk in, headset on. It's beautiful. Wow. How'd the team respond on the practice court after the win?
Well, can you hear my voice today?
You got coach voice.
Yeah, we had a little. We had to motivate a little bit today, make sure everybody understood. The opportunities that we have in front of us, and that we have to turn the page and move forward, and we've got to have a mature and professional approach to what we're doing. And so I've tried to impart that on the guys, and we need to get back to working on our 6-minute game. It's something we played well against South Carolina, even though it wasn't a close game. We lost a 6-minute game against Central by 3, 14-11. We gave up 23 points in the last 7 minutes and 20 seconds of that game. And I know we had different personnel in there, but we expect everybody when they come in to perform and to perform to a certain standard. So I wasn't real happy about that. And so we went to work on the 6-minute game today. We want to have the best plus-minus in the country in the last 6 minutes of the game. And we're -3 already. So that's not a very good start. So we spent some time on that. We're still trying to correct some. We still gave up 6 points at the end of the press. We did some bad stuff there. We didn't do nearly as much as we did against South Carolina, so we spent some time correcting the back end of the press today as well. And
you kind of beat me to the punch on one of the questions I was actually debating even asking at all.
What?
Well, you won 114-66. The last question I want to ask is, like, what went wrong? Like, this is a ball game where you turned it over what was it, 9 times. That's better
That's
than
good.
Yeah, that's
good.
pretty good. 27.
But I mean, we had 3. Now, see, that's what you count as turnovers. We had another 3 what I call shooting turnovers.
Okay.
We come in there off 1 foot, take off 6 feet from the basket, and we could have set down off 2 and kicked it for a wide open 3. So we had 3 more of those. 3 of our 9 turnovers are on your stat sheet there. We had 2 throwaways, one with Darian, one with Trey, where we were trying to pitch the ball ahead. That can't happen. That cannot happen in a close game. And then we had one where we just put the ball above our head like we're a middle school team and try to feed the post guy and domino in our zone offense. And that got deflected, a hand level pass. Like, those 3 have got to be cut out.
Bring it in, Old Dominion! We know that it takes hard work to be the best in the game. It starts up front with protection, making sure the freight arrives safe and damage-free. Then we work as a team, packing every shipment and running every route with precision. And we always manage the clock to be on time every time, so that every drive is a scoring drive. 1, 2, 3, OD!
Now that's the best in the game. No playoff needed. Old Dominion Freight Line, proud sponsor of college athletics.
I stand alone with fire inside, with passion burning in my veins.
All right, Mr. Wolf, you're all set. Complete perimeter protection installed and monitored 24/7.
No matter who you root for, we can all identify with the best in smart home security. CPI Security is the official security and smart home company of NC State Athletics. CPI Security. Identify yourself.
From protecting your teeth and gums, to restoring your smile, to sponsoring your local team, Tar Heel Periodontics is the premier periodontal practice of the Triangle community. Our team of highly skilled doctors provide dental care as individual as you are, working with you to build a personalized treatment plan to create the beautiful, healthy smile of your dreams. With offices conveniently located across the Triangle and Central North Carolina, you're never far from the Tar Heel Periodontics family. Visit our website or call now.
I stand alone with fire inside, with passion burning in my veins.
Over the last few years, we've redefined what working remotely means, and so is the Ford F-150. Bring your desk wherever you go with an available flat interior work surface. Drop down the available tailgate work surface to get it all done. And plug in what you need outside the cab with available Pro Power on board. How's that for upping your productivity? Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Now get 0% financing for 60 months, plus no payments for 90 days on select 2025 F-150 trucks.
I've gleaned that metrics and data are important to you. They have increased in import over the years in college basketball. I did a little minor dive on KenPom, and I'm trying to get a sense of what Will Wade basketball is, okay?
Well, it's been different everywhere. It depends on how good of players you got.
Well, that's part of my question. So in 2019, your offensive rating nationally was 12. Your defensive efficiency was 59. Okay. In 2021, your offensive rating nationally was 5.
Yeah, our defense was about 120.
The defense was 124.
124,
exactly right.
Yeah.
In 2022, you flipped it.
That's what happens when you have Cam Thomas.
He's a good player. He's a nice player for the for Brooklyn in the NBA. 2022, your offensive rating flipped. It was 89. Your defense was 6. And at McNeese, they were both dead even. They were right in the 50s each year at McNeese. So what can I glean from this information as to what your goals are here for NC State basketball this year?
Well, we'd like to be where we were at McNeese, but both of them in the top 20.
Okay. All right.
I mean, look, to win at a high level, win at, the win at the, at a Elite 8, Final Four level, you have to have a top 10 offense. Everybody says defense wins championships and all that. It's BS. The defensive numbers for teams that have won are up and down. They're all over. But every one of them that wins has a top 10 offense. Now, how you get there is different. Like, Florida's offense was really pretty. Houston's offense was chuck it off the backboard and go get it. But they're both still effective because they're efficient. If you can have a top 10 offense with a top 25 defense, you're going to give yourself a chance. And so that would be the goal.
So we got a couple of write-in questions for you here, folks who are in attendance.
This is old school. You got to come and write it out.
Well,
we don't do Twitter. Or
we could do the Twitter.
Like that.
We could do the Twitter if you want to do the Twitter.
You don't have an email address or something they can email questions into?
Well, this is the real answer to this. This is the honest answer. If you come here in attendance,
yeah, you deserve to ask
the
a
line.
question.
You cut the line.
I agree with that.
That's my first thought.
I agree with that.
If you're here, you talk to Coach. We love having you here, and we want you to come back.
I agree with that.
Okay, here we go.
Nice.
Other than winning, what can you do / are you doing to get State fans in the arena?
I mean, look, I think the number one thing you got to do is win. You know, the second. I know the question was besides winning, but I think the second part to that is you have to play a way that people want to come see. That's exciting, or that that leaves people wondering what's going to happen. And then I think the third thing is as players and staff, you have to connect to people. People are more likely to come if they feel connected.
Yeah. Nicholas Webster. Nicholas is in attendance here and asks a question.
Where's Nicholas?
Nicholas is
he's at the same table with William.
Same table. Great hair though. Great hair, no hat. On
you two kind of got the same.
Well, thanks, buddy.
He's got a little more gel in his than yours.
A little more churched up. That's okay.
He's got a little more gel in his.
We're doing all right. I'll work on it next show. I'll try. I'll work on it. Yeah, I'll pop it up. He wants to know where you see yourself in 10 years.
Hopefully sitting right here.
Love that answer. That's
Unless they fire me.
No, I don't plan on that. I don't think that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
We'll see. I hope not.
I hope not too. Can I put you on the hot seat for a little bit of trivia here with NC State? You're live. We are live here.
Would you try it?
All right, let's do it. All right, Wyatt, fire the music. Fire the music.
We have music for this?
We got music. Wyatt, fire the music.
Wow.
All right, can you hear that?
I like it.
The drama. Right. A lot of pressure. There's a lot of pride on the line. There are no prizes for this, just so you know. Absolutely nothing except pride. Question number 1, and if you get it right, you're going to hear this noise. There you go. If you get it wrong, you're going to hear another noise.
Well, let's get them right.
All right, let's get them all right. That's the right. All right, fire the music back up, Wyatt. Here we go. Maximum pressure, maximum drama. This single game offensive record was tied the opening night of 2025's NC State basketball season.
3-pointers.
All right, there it is. Ring it up, 3-pointers. That's correct. All right. No. No, he was right. He was right. Wyatt, he was right. You got to give him credit here on the air. There we go. All right.
That was right. Come on, Wyatt.
Yeah, Wyatt. A coach will come back there, Wyatt. He will get you. Question 2. Music up, please, sir. Okay, here we go. This Pack big man, this NC State big man, played the most minutes in single-game program history in a 4-overtime win.
I know this.
Over Wake Forest
in
1989.
When Chucky spoke to our team, we also clinched the ACC regular season. It's the last time we clinched the ACC regular season title was when he did that. And I think he played 59 of the 60 minutes.
Ring him up.
But we talked when I introduced him to the team. That was part of the introduction to the team was when we went through that.
Chucky Brown in attendance. Ring him up, Wyatt. You got to give him credit. There you go.
That was too easy.
Attaboy. That's great. Yeah, that's great. Okay, final question. Music, please. Here we go. We're here doing trivia at the pit live with Will Wade. Final question for Coach Wade.
Sorry, this is Boo texting me, so
that's allowed.
I got to reply to the boss.
We can bring him on the show. I mean, if it's
he said soccer,
is it show worthy? I mean, okay, that's good. That's good. Tell him we all say hi. We love talking to Boo. Boo's great. Okay, this Atlantic Coast Conference head coach comes from a few prior stops. The last 3 of which, every stop, this guy won his league at each of those last 3 stops. Can you name him?
It's a trick question. It's a trick question.
Can I name it? It is Will Wade. Ring it up. Question. He is the answer to the question here at Pit Authentic Barbecue. Talking to Will Wade. Answers Will Wade. I had to do it.
I appreciate that.
I had to do it. It's a great nugget. We have writing.
We're going to make it 4 for 4 this year.
4 for yeah. Love that.
Make it 4 for 4 this
year.
Get a ding on that.
We can ring that up. That's good. Thank you.
Pulse of the Pack is sponsored in part by Carolina Ford Dealers. See your Carolina Ford dealer, proud sponsor of NC State Athletics.
I stand alone with fire inside, with passion burning
Over the last few years, we've redefined what working remotely means, and so is the Ford F-150. Bring your desk wherever you go with an available flat interior work surface. Drop down the available tailgate work surface to get it all done. And plug in what you need outside the cab with available Pro Power on board. How's that for upping your productivity? Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Now get 0% financing for 60 months, plus no payments for 90 days on select 2025 F-150 trucks.
Your animals depend on you every day. So we build equipment you can depend on every day. Equipment that powers through mud, dust, and extreme weather. So cutting hay, feeding livestock, and managing land is easier. Loaded with intuitive, innovative features and tech, Case IH equipment isn't just built to work. It's built to work for livestock producers. Case IH, built by farmers.
Mr. Wolf, you're all set. Complete perimeter protection installed and monitored 24/7.
No matter who you root for, we can all identify with the best in smart home security. CPI Security is the official security and smart home company of NC State Athletics. CPI Security. Identify yourself.
From protecting your teeth and gums, to restoring your smile, to sponsoring your local team, Tar Heel Periodontics is the premier periodontal practice of the Triangle community. Our team of highly skilled doctors provide dental care as individual as you are, working with you to build a personalized treatment plan to create the beautiful, healthy smile of your dreams. With offices conveniently located across the Triangle and Central North Carolina, you're never far from the Tar Heel Periodontics family. Visit our website or call now.
I stand alone with fire inside. With passion burning in my veins.
Pulse of the Pack is sponsored in part by Coca-Cola. Fan work is thirsty work, so enjoy a Coca-Cola.
7 double-figure scores against NC Central. Just a historically good performance for the Pack in the opener.
You know, the other thing that I really like seeing, we talked about the 19 threes, but 2 of the guards that started did not start well shooting the 3, and that's Paul McNeil and Trey Holloman. They were 0 for 5 on their first 3s. So Paul misses his first 2. What does he get his first bucket on? I'm going to drive. I'm going to get me a layup. Does that. That was his lone bucket in the first half. But he came out in the second half, first 3 from the baseline, bam. Second 3 from the baseline, bam, right out of the gate. Shooters are going to continue to shoot. Holloman did the same thing. He was 0 for 3, and then right before, towards the end of the first half, bam, 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 he had knocked 3 triples down. So as a shooter's mentality is the next one's always going to go in, and if coach ever criticizes you, it's always, coach, I was due.
I have one more anecdote from the game.
Okay.
This is a crazy story. Lavelle Moten, who you had time to chop it up with a little bit before the game, he's a wonderful guy to talk to.
Yes, he is.
He's the head coach at NC Central. He's in his 17th year there. He grew up, he was a child in Boston, and he moved to the Triangle when he was 12.
Downtown Raleigh.
He told
the tough part of Raleigh.
This is such a cool story. I kind of buried the lead here in the podcast. So they're in a really tough part of Boston. The Moten family is, and he's a kiddo growing up. And he said, "You can't make this up." In his project, they were in like a new project of Boston. Trey Holloman's mom, and he'd never met Trey, but he knew of Trey.
Wow.
So he goes up to Trey in warm-ups and says, "Hey, I know your mom. I grew up with your mom in Boston. I was there in that area till I was 12. I don't know how old Trey's mom is, but he really knows Trey's mom. Not a little bit. He's like, no, we were in the neighborhood together, in the project together.
Wow.
And I've always wanted to meet you because I know that she's this wonderful person. She had a very talented son who's a basketball player. So they met in Lenovo Center in warm-ups.
That's so cool. The circle of basketball.
Isn't that cool? I thought
that's so awesome.
Yeah.